Okay, I had to go out and come back in. It was doing something. No, you let me hear. I can't hear you. Are you talking?
Sorry. How you know I was talking?
Because you're sharing your screen.
So for the next couple weeks, I want to add some stuff to. I don't know if it should be face card or monetize your mind, but to the communities, some stuff that can help people be able to generate income. So tonight we're gonna talk about Claude because, um, because yeah, we're gonna talk about Claude. And my goal is to do, y'all know I have, situations going on. So my goal is to come in here and talk to y'all, but then we're gonna filter it into the new modules that are rolling out. Okay. So the next few modules that will be rolling out will be creating the Claude artifacts. I want to go into how to create apps so that people can generate apps and not so much create them. There's a couple little situations when it comes to the apps that make it difficult that recently changed. But I want to show y'all how to make apps. I want to show y'all how to use Claude to make money. I want to show y'all how to get into AI theme pages, which is something that nobody is talking about. And I want to go into faceless AI YouTube as well. Because I know that all of these are different streams and ways and things that you can do to generate income. So the meetings are going to turn into stuff that's going to be a multi-purpose situation where we're going to repurpose it to the modules for the next couple weeks because yeah, that's it's just a double, show up, do it one time and then you know what I'm saying? So Claude is where we're coming from. Okay. So today we're going to talk about Claude. At the end, I'll open it up for Q&A, and then we'll talk a little bit about how to sell the courses, y'all. You really just need one angle for real. You just need one angle. So if you want to monetize your mind, pick one transformation, focus on that, and sell the whole entire course as the resource. So if you're doing faceless, you could say, oh, well, this is how you make your AI twin. This is how you go faces. This is how you make your quote page. This is how you, do your t-shirts. This is how you create your ebook. This is how you create your digital products. And that is the way that you only need one point to focus on to be able to get the entire sale because now they're not only going to get the whole entire ecosystem, but they're also going to get what they want as well, a full system. Okay. So today we're going to talk about Claude. Okay. So Claude is, and I'm going to show y'all in this video how to actually create a product with Claude. Claude is different from chat because Claude is a little bit more detailed when it comes to things sometimes. Okay. So it has a different perspective. It's like if you're having a conversation with chat, you having that same conversation with Claude, you're not gonna get the same outcome. Okay. It's just set up a little bit differently, and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. So right now, a lot of people are gravitating toward Claude because ChatGPT just got a government contract and people don't want the government to know what they're doing. So a lot of people are gravitating away from ChatGPT. The person who owns Claude and Anthropic said Anthropic or whatever said that they will not share the information or the data and they standing on that. And so a lot of people are, not using chat. Now, I personally am not going to stop using chat because I like chat. So, but I use both. And I want to talk to you guys about how this can help you in your content. There is a free version of Claude that's very limited, but it's still very helpful. Okay, so this it does a lot. It can help you write your content, do your sales copy. It could create a whole website. It could create interactive journals that you can actually use. I use Claude to create the 7-day reset, digital product, and this takes us from just creating journal templates to being able to create interactive tools that you can actually use on a daily basis to achieve your goals. It's a game changer. Okay. So yes, you definitely want to learn how to be able to create assets in here. And it can go with anything that you do as an extra, as an add-on, or as the product. Okay. So you can use it a lot of different ways. So it is good with, like it says, organization, long form content, creative frameworks, sales copy, and it's not going to give you what ChatGPT is going to give you. Okay. One of the things that makes Claude different is the artifacts. Okay. The artifacts. And we're going to go into it. I wanted to share on my tablet because my tablet is where I keep my Claude. Okay. So we're going to go into here and we're going to talk about the artifacts. Okay. So, because I can't wait. I just got to show it to you. Okay. So that's what a lot of people love about Claude is the fact that you can make these artifacts. And I want to show you guys. Okay. So when you come over here, it's kind of like chat. You have, your little conversations. You could talk to Claude about anything, whether it's pricing, creating your product, creating your modules for your courses and stuff like that. You can talk to Claude about hooks. But I want to talk about artifacts. Okay. So if you want to create an artifact in Claude, you got to having that artifact conversation with Claude. Okay. So I've created a few artifacts. I created a live video script generator in here. I created an authority hook generator in here. And I also created a 7-day reset in here. So one of my favorite tools that I was able to make inside of here is, and I be going crazy. Here go a luxury carousel lab that can help you come up with your carousels, right? Because these are the type of things that you could create your own product in your own motion and package it, put the link inside of like Canva, let people click on it and knock themselves out. And really you bringing change to them, you helping them do what they need to do. Okay. I be going crazy with this. So it's stuff that I'll come out with and don't even never say nothing. So we're gonna go into how to create it, but I just want to show y'all what the Claude artifact looks like. This is different from ChatGPT. Now, you can use ChatGPT with Claude. They make a beautiful pair. They work very well together. So you can start out fleshing out your idea inside of chat and then, work your way over to Claude. And it's gonna work out for you. Okay. Girl, I just be in my bag so bad. Okay. So where we at? Okay, so this is the reset checker. I just want to show it to y'all. Okay. This is different because before this, you would have to go into a special app just to be able to have interactive energy with your journal. Okay. This is essentially a journal that's a tracker. So every day, this is the income producing activity, right? Post every day, go live every day, engage with other people, respond to people's comments, following people too as well, right? Then there's a section for your mindset and your self care, and you check it off. So Monday, you could come in here Okay, y'all, I got kicked out, but I'm back. All right. So you could literally, let me share my screen again. And this is something that you could do. I'm big on showing people how to do stuff where they could create their own situation to my own demise. Okay. Um, yeah. So Claude is something that you can use, and it's something that you can definitely generate income with, depending on what type of time you own. I have seen people, upload videos to Claude and be able to create like a whole course, and their videos are embedded inside of the thing. So I wanted to show y'all, because I know at one point when digital products came out, a lot of people were buying trackers. So you can take those trackers and upload them to chat and ask, ask chat, like anything you could think of. Like this is the carousel lab. Y'all, people, the carousels are trending right now. You could create assets. This is when we're going into creating assets. People come to me and they ask me, how can I make money off of my creativity? Solve a problem. People need carousels, people need hooks, people need captions, people need prompts. You could create a prompt generator with this that can literally create prompts for people. Okay. These are different things that you could sell low ticket, right? You could create assets and just sell them for $25. 50 sales, that's $500, right? In a month. So don't sleep on creating your own stuff. Now, I'm gonna go back in here and show y'all this tracker, and then I'm gonna show you how to create your assets. Okay. And yeah, it's not hard, but I want people to know that you can get paid off of your creativity. Okay. So this is the tracker that we're using inside of the 90-day reset. Um, it has all the days of the week for you, right? Every day, you could come in here, you check off the things that you've been able to do. Um, you set goals every week. So you have your income goals, you have your growth goals, you have your personal goals. Let me see. And then you could put a link. So at the bottom, I have a link where people can join Face Card. So, that's amazing because um, and then I tweaked it a little bit, right? And then I have to reset it. I tweaked it because I wanted the color to be a little bit different. And every day you're tracking what are your income producing activities, right? You're actually literally tracking them off to track off your progress so that people know if you do a challenge, you could create an asset that does it. But y'all look at this. We not only did the content, but we also added water intake. Did you drink your water? Movement intake. Did you exercise? Stretching and Pilates. Vitamins. Did you take your vitamins? Did you take your walk? Did you go to sleep? Right? Did you eat your healthy meals? Right? Did you remember to stop eating or start your fasting window? So you could literally fill all of this in. There's nothing else out there like this. And there was a tracker that I liked inside of a journal. I literally uploaded it to chat, and it's a daily mindset manifestation tracker. And some of y'all might recognize this. So every day you're trying to get some silence, you're trying to do your affirmations, visualization, okay, your exercise, your reading, and your journaling. So it's literally past creating a journal at this point. Okay. And y'all know inside of Montage Your Mind, all my Montage Your Mind girlies, we got so many. Like if you have that bundle of journals, you could do this for a prayer journal. Okay. You could do this for a business planning journal and sell it on Etsy. You could sell it, because the goal is to get paid for what you know. So that's the goal. Your mood, your confidence level, your mental clarity, your stress level, three things I'm grateful for. It goes on and on and on. Okay. And so every week you're supposed to be able to reset it or whatever. But yeah. So I'm not gonna click on that too much because I'll be clicking on stuff and breaking stuff. And it's supposed to be a reset button in here. But Claude is so generous that if it's something in here that you don't see right here it says reset week and start fresh. So once you hit the reset button, everything sets back to zero. It's supposed to. But yeah. And anytime you think something doesn't work the way it's supposed to work, that's when you go back and you tell Claude, make sure that the reset button resets everything. And that's it. So to create artifacts, it's the same way that you create any digital product, y'all. Okay. I'm not really somebody who I don't talk to Claude like that. So I usually go to my good old trusty, chat. And if I wanted to say, let's say I want to create a fitness journal, I will come in here and I say, create a prompt for a fitness journal that tracks food, sleep, exercise, and daily goals. Y'all stop fighting. And daily goals. Monday through Friday, or Monday through Sunday. Pink, white, and that's where your brand colors come in, and black. Okay, and this is very simple. If you got pictures, you can upload it. Okay, create a prompt or finish journal, blah, blah, and then just put for Claude because chat know, right? And I don't talk directly to Claude yet because I don't really have that type of relationship with Claude like that. So I usually come over here where I'm comfortable and get my prompt. I know y'all like, girl, like really? Yes, I'm gonna show y'all. Okay. And again, this is gonna help you be able to now Claude, you could do one of these a day on the free plan. Claude is a little bougie, so on the free plan, you just gotta decide. And right here, we preparing the stuff for the, AI theme pages because we do have an AI theme page module coming up that I ain't gonna tell nobody about. Okay, so boom. All right. Okay, there we go. So this is what we put over here, and that's it. Okay. And this is different. You can't really do this in chat. Chat ain't gonna do this for you. Now they got some different systems. It's two or three different places where you could create something similar to this, and we might cover it. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm talking about: having systems and having things that can help you and creating digital assets, right? So not only do we want to, and I might be starting a fire here, but not only do we want to show up with the content, not only do we want to establish the authority, but we also want to be creating assets that can help us to be able to generate income and creating offers. Y'all, if you have an idea, pray over your idea, speak life over your idea, prophesy over your idea, and execute on your ideas. Sometimes we be praying and asking for answers and something and the way out and something different. Now, and just go for it. Okay, and learn as you go and create your frameworks as you go and continue to sell your experience and the knowledge and the discernment that you get and keep it pushing. Okay? So it's just that easy. Literally, this is what we call monetizing your mind. Okay? This is what we call getting paid for what you know. This is what we call writing the vision and making it plain. And though might tarry, run with it. I know y'all coming up with 99 different ideas. You could do a healing journey. You could do a breakup guide, right? You could do a fitness journey. You could do anything you could think of, a challenge. So now your challenge comes with things that are tangible that people can use, right? And it's just taking a little while to do it, but that's how Claude is set up. So while it's cooking over here, I'm gonna go back to where I was at. Okay. So some other things. Hold on, let me go back. Woo. I was trying to Google Sheet, but it ain't download. So I don't know. It's taking forever to download the Google Sheet. So we just gonna go through here. So another thing you can use Claude for is to create lead magnets, and again, a journal template, something with prompts in it. Now, I really am not a fan of Claude ebooks because I feel like they are very basic, and I'm a little bit bougie when it comes to ebooks. Okay, so if you want to make an ebook with Claude, you can. What I saw from what looked like an ebook with Claude, I was not a fan. I would prefer to go to Canva and put some swag on it and really, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me. Okay. And so yeah, but you could create lead magnets, you could create the information for courses for your outlines and stuff like that. You could create a sales page. You can put links on it. So if you have face card, but you want to create like a little artifact and put a link at the bottom of it to put them to bring the traffic back. If you creating a freebie with Claude, you can put a link to your offer. That's one thing I like about it. It asks you for the link and it'll put the link in there and lead them back to your stand store and your beacons. Okay. Yeah, but don't just ask Claude for content. Okay. You kind of gotta tell Claude who Claude is. So tell Claude, oh, you a social media expert, or you a sales copywriter, or you're a business coach, or you're a course creator, or you're, you know what I'm saying? When you tell Claude those things, you're gonna be able to get a different type of result. Okay. I personally like it best for creating like mini courses and stuff like that, and creating what else? Trackers, right? But I'm not a fan of Claude with the ebooks personally because I feel like I said, as y'all know I'm a graphic designer, so I like to be extra with my books. Okay. Another thing that I like about Claude is you're gonna get a different type of vibe. Okay, here we go. All right. So we got our goals. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. We got our affirmation. We got our goals. We got our notes. Did you drink your water? Okay. Did you eat your breakfast? You know what I'm saying? Did you exercise? So all of this is the thing I love. Is somebody who publishes journals. The thing that I love about this, and your idea is probably gonna go crazy with it, right? Is that you can literally, you know what I'm saying? Like click on it and click on stuff and you know what I'm saying? Fill stuff in and how did you work out? And did you exercise? And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all of that. I love all of that, right? And it tells you if you went on the street. You see what I'm saying? So we're not just making uh ebooks no more, right? We're creating digital assets. Okay. So yeah. I'm gonna let it breathe for a minute because I know y'all probably like, girl, okay? Yes. And so, like I said, solve a problem for the people. As long as you solving a problem for the people, you're gonna be able to generate income for yourself. Like this right here is, I go what a luxury carousel. So what's my topic? How to build a five. Okay, how to build authority. This is why I tell people you don't have to worry about not having authority, right? Transformation that you are offering, creating better content. Okay. So, like I said, anything you could think of is here. Okay. We're moving at the speed of thought. So this is a carousel situation. Okay. Creating better content. So the purpose of this is to give you, and I don't know, I might have to work through this. Okay. So it lets you choose who it's for. Okay. Digital hustlers. Okay. Boom. All right. I just need 5 slides. I don't need too much comments. Okay. And continue. What were we doing? Tone, soft life. Or those. Okay. So literally, you know, this is you could literally copy and paste this. You know what I'm saying? So the first one is most people won't do. You already know this feeling. You know what I'm saying? Here's what nobody tells you. You could literally copy and paste all this information to your carousels. Like, I'm just saying. And the difference between using chat and using this, y'all, again, this is something where if you're telling people that they need to learn content creation, these are the systems that we're using to help the people. These are the systems. So you're building your own system, your own ecosystem, right? Right. I'm gonna say, does anybody have any questions while I get this chicken out the oven? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Does anybody have any questions? Whew. Okay. Let me come and see the comments because y'all know I just be talking sometimes. Um, no, so these are not ebooks. Okay, we not just making ebooks over here. These are what we call Claude artifacts. They're interactive and they can help you launch a challenge. You can use them as tools. And the thing is, when you're doing something different, like you stand out because you're not doing the same thing everybody else is doing, right? And as long as your messaging is where it needs to be, you should convert in your sales, but you just have to understand your audience and the problem that you're solving, and it's the delivery and the way that you presenting it to them. Okay. But these are not ebooks. These are called artifacts. Like, okay. And so we're gonna go ahead and do a Claude module. Most likely I'm gonna share this information in the community for the people. So y'all are gonna be able to see the replay for it. But generally, when you're making a Claude artifact, you can literally go to chat and tell chat what your idea is of in one way. If you wanted to do a prayer journal, you could do a prayer journal, but it's like instead of them writing, they'll be typing the information in. I think Claude works good when it comes to trackers and stuff where people can establish their habits and stuff like that. And also with resources that can help people come with outcome. I think Claude does good with things that you can put in information and you know get an answer, right? So a live video script. If I put in the information about my demographic, now I try to program in target audience, voice and tone and stuff like that. But this is a way to be able to generate income and add value to whatever offer that you have if you're doing a challenge or something like this. Okay. So no, these are not ebooks. Another way that you can use Claude is for content. So let's say I want to connect with my community. And you can attach Higgsfield to it. That's not really my bag per se. I don't really get into attaching stuff to it, but you got to go to the connectors. And this is where you would connect your Higgsfield and your Canva and your different things so that when you creating with this, it's going to give you uh stuff in Canva. So I could come over here and tell Claude to make me an ebook in Canva, right? And it'll do it, but it's you gonna have to style it up a little bit. Okay, that's the only thing because it's not really gonna give the aesthetics. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you can, okay, baby, here I come. You can connect different apps to this. Okay. You can connect different apps to this um to make ebooks and stuff like that. You can connect, you would just go to your settings and you will go to the connectors. You could connect Higgsfield to this to make videos with Seedance. Now, Seedance credits in Higgsfield is expensive. So I use Meta for most of my stuff. Okay, baby, give me a second. Okay. But that's the gist of it, y'all. I kind of like, let me see. Mm, all right. You can, let me see. Because I just be over here brainstorming with Claude for real. But if I wanted, it's just to me, it makes things easier. Okay. Let's say I wanted some hooks. So you can kind of use it the same way that you use fonts. Could you stop? Okay. All right, I got you. All right. So I gotta get ready to go, y'all. Please sit down. Thank you. All right. But like I said, it's kind of like similar to chat in a way, but the outcome and the information and the way that it thinks is totally different from chat. Okay. You could do things like upload a selfie for content creation, right? You could upload a selfie and say create a carousel about I was gonna do data centers being mindful, but you could just put, create a carousel about building a brand, right? And upload your selfie picture, and it's gonna like help you to create your carousels. Okay. I did it for one piece of content before, and it's just different. Let me show y'all the outcome of the last time I did that with Claude. Okay. So let me show you. Right. So let me show y'all. This, I'm gonna show y'all the carousel that I was able to make. So Claude is just, can you close my door, please? Thank you. Close my door. Right? So this is carousel that was made with Claude. Okay. So it just has a different type of energy. It just gives a different type of energy. You can tell it, you can upload your selfie or whatever it is you're doing, and you can kind of tell it what type of vibe you want, and it's gonna give the vibes. So it's just a matter of anything else, any other tool that you get, it's just a matter of consistency. Like, but it takes out some of the extra, work that you have to do to copy and paste and make things look a certain type of way. Okay. So it's still working on it. It's for me, it's good for just organizing and just the way when you ask Claude for something, it's gonna give you a different perspective. So, again, we can use Claude for content creation, we could use it for digital asset outlines for courses and modules and scripts. You can use it for hooks, captions, carousels. You're gonna get something different than what you would get on chat. You can use it for digital artifact creation. And this is how you generate income by using it for your offers and using it to get your message out there. Okay. And so, it's easy. You ain't got to overthink it. You could just, come up with your content and post it. And that's one less thing that you have to worry about. Okay. So, yeah. So, go ahead and I'm going to open it up for Q&A. Okay. Let's see what Claude came up with. Okay, so when y'all see people posting on social, okay, this is what they doing. This is where they going. Okay, this is what they doing. They coming over here. They using it to make it. That's what they doing. If you wanted your picture inside of it, you could say, "Hey, can you include my picture with it?" And it'll include your picture with it. Okay, but yeah, definitely something that can help you show up consistently. And I'm gonna open it up for Q&A for you guys. And I'm gonna mute my mic. Okay, all right. I'm just give me a second.
You're saying with the free version of Claude, it's a little limited, so it's best to just go ahead and pay for it, so we'll be able to have a better workflow.
What happened?
I was asking that it's better for us to have the pay for Claude versus using the free version. That way we can kind of like maximize and we'll be able to show up better by just going ahead and paying for it, basically.
That's what I found. Not me washing dishes, making broccoli when I'm talking to y'all. What I found is, um, I think it's one of them things you got to ask yourself, what are you gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself, is it going to make me money? Am I building my brand in such a way where I could create motion around this? So for now, it could be good. Now you could still make a whole product with it on the free plan, but you just have to be very intentional with your time. And so the reset journal, I made that on the free plan. I didn't even pay. But the thing is, if I know that I'm gonna do something like that, that's gonna be the one thing I'm gonna do for the day with Claude. I'm going to only make my artifact. So I'm gonna have my ChatGPT prompt ready. So when the conversation comes, I know I'm gonna talk to Claude about making this artifact because I was able to generate a couple artifacts, but that's the only thing I was able to do for that day. I couldn't have conversations about, and that's where ChatGPT is a little bit more um, user friendly because it's gonna talk to you longer on the free plan on chat. So I think as long as you're very intentional with your time and your here. Okay, finish this first. Okay, because you don't want to wait for the this. So finish this first. No, you're gonna finish that and then you're gonna wait for the broccoli. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do this and I got kids. So let me just stop recording because girl, they don't care. I don't know. But like I was saying, as long as you are very intentional with your time with Claude, you can still accomplish a lot. But that's why I'm still a ChatGPT girly, because I talk a lot. And I can't do that little 2-second conversation with Claude talking about come back at 4 o'clock. I can't do it. So I look at it like the way I look at it, like you could create a bundle of links that give people everything they need to start their AI journey. You could have a prompt generator, you could have a hook generator, you could have a caption generator, a carousel generator, and put the links inside of a Canva document and say, instead of selling ebooks like they used to do, you could sell a bundle of assets that it's giving people everything they need to be able to create without subscriptions. Now, we're going to talk about a little bit about white labeling and we're going to talk about creating apps on one of these calls too. And I'm just going to share it for the people who we're going to do a double purpose. So, it'll be inside the community. And let me see if I can stop recording. Okay. Child, my kids will not let me be great.